Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you know, I've been in the UK for a few weeks, unfortunately for my mum's funeral service, which went wonderfully. Really nice, beautiful service. So I'm back now. Other than that, we had a good trip, but I've been working on the project car, and I'm going to jump to before this section. I'll show you what I've been up to get that section in, and working on a rear strike plate at the back there. And yeah, so let me get you wound back a few weeks, because I must admit I did film a little bit before I took off to the UK, because I was itching to do stuff. But so let's get this video started. Right, now we've got our inner section made up and cut to where the cut line where I want on this piece I'm replacing. What I'm going to do is essentially dry fit everything, not do any more cuts or any more making until I'm happy that everything is lining up nicely, clamp it in place as though it's welded, and then I can move stuff around, trim it, do that sort of stuff to make sure everything's a go. So first things first, let's get this rocker. You can see I blacked it out with some frame coating paint, and I'll probably put another coat on that. I blue taped that area because that's going to get zinc primer, weld through primer for the jacking point. So this should, excuse your ears, this should go in here onto our little flange like that. Then we can get some clamps on that guy. That's really nice, actually. A really nice butt joint on that, along with this spot welded joint. No concern about strength there. That's a really solid joint. And then up this end, that's nicely snugged into this corner, and then we'll put a little clamp on the bottom here, a little clamp around here somewhere. That's why it's a good idea to leave this other metal in that's going to be replaced, is just for reference point. So that's all completely locked in now, as though it's welded. And now we're going to get our section here that we made up in a few videos back. This one, we've got a reference point on the top of the front of the rocker here to make sure that goes in. Move that to there. Get that nice and clamped in there. That simulates that front being welded. Right, I'm going to move you down the back here behind the wheel arch, and I'll show you what we got there. Right, there we are on the other side. Here's our piece here, and see that curve? That lines up with this upper curve really nicely. And then that intersects with this tab weld of the inner rocker. And so now, this is where our form comes in really nicely. This should just fit right in there. Don't think I've got any clamps in the way. Oh, except this one maybe. Hold on. Let's put that in after. So this represents now a continuation. See, nice and intersected there. And now all we need to do now, what I'm going to do, see this rust area here, that doesn't go too far up. So we're going to cut past the rust along here, and then straight up, probably at an angle like that, and get rid of all that rust, and then I'll be able to curve that edge. Let me just get, so essentially, if you can imagine the patch here, and then this edge will be curved around to copy the radius, the correct radius, and then a piece welded on all the way up. So I'll just make one whole unit, and it will just go straight in there. Oh, that's the idea anyway. So now it's all clamped into position and we're happy with where it's sitting. I can score up the metal that I'm going to be cutting, and I'll dive under to do this side. And then what I'm thinking is, once this guy is welded in, I can remove this one piece here, get this guy welded in, and then work my way back. But once this is welded in, then we can get our box section here and then bring that across and tie it into our new metal, and then we're gathering all our strength back, and then I'll be able to take this guy out and probably leave that one in until I make my plate up. Well, actually no, I have to remove this one as well, because then I can make up our plate to cover everything up. But I probably won't do that until really towards the end of everything, so I'll make sure that everything's got its generous coat of coating and everything. And as you can see, all that grey stuff there is seam sealer. Looks a bit messy, admittedly. This is a hand applied one, not with the cork gun, and I'm basically just trying to work in seam sealer behind these reinforcement plates all the way along, and this stuff obviously gets painted over with the frame coating again, so I've just got a little area there I don't like. I want to punch in some more seam sealer so it completely seals them off for having any rust issues or anything like that. So yeah, and that's about it. And now we can attach our triangular section, and I've doubled up, you can see, with all reinforcement plates, and then we get butt welded in, and so these also help locate. We've put a tab on the end to weld to the rocker as well, and as you know, with all the zinc primer or copper primer. So let's put this section in now. I'll get the camera up and show you. That should lock in. There you go. That's all. And this is all locked in nice. That's all flush at the back here. That flange is holding that really nice and true. And then I can spot weld through to the flange here, and then from the other side on the inside spot weld through there as well. And so I'm going to triple check this, make sure I'm happy with that, and then I can weld that in. And this is the section that we cut out some time ago, and this guy should fit right back in there. And then we've got to bend this flange and then lock it all back, and then fill in our filler plate that covers the top. I probably won't put that back on for a while, just because we've got nice access here for the time being. But these guys, these two, can come out the way once this is on, not before. So we're getting there. See this area, I couldn't get a clamp on there, so I put a self-tapping screw through one of the spot hole weld holes, and then it gets this nice and flat. I can tack weld this, remove that, and then weld it up, get this joint. So this is all spotting in real nice, getting good heat penetration on the other side. I am turning up the welder to cope with 16 gauge and going a little higher, even lowering the wire feed so I don't get too much on top. So yeah, it's coming along. Right, now we've welded in the top section of the triangular section, and we tilted the car up and welded underneath here. I didn't need to show you that. So that all that section is in tight now, and I thought before we carry on here, we'll get this strike plate in. This is zinc primer, zinc weld through primer along these areas here, and this main area I just used another inner cavity type paint here, and then the outside prepped for rosette welds. I opted, after all that faffing around with the spot welder on this top section, I opted to go with little rosette welds. I just wasn't 100% happy with the consistency to be able to, and also to be able to hold it in that position. There are a couple of areas I'm going to use the spot welder in, but just to be on the safe side, you know. So we prepped all these, and let's get that clamped in position at the back here, and weld that guy in. Also, before I go take you back there, while the car was on its side, I finished up the underside of this piece here. Remember that bit we put in for the essentially the torsion bar mount, and also at the very back, that little plate that I repaired in the box section at the rear there. I was able to finish the welding up there. So let's get back there and get this mounted. Alright, there it is, all clamped into place. What I've done this time around, I haven't done it all the time, to be honest, because I forgot a lot of the time, but I got a drill bit, ground off the top flat, okay, just flattened it down so there's no chance of it biting in, and then used the drill bit in the holes to just clean off that area of the zinc weld 2 primer, just because then it starts better. You can weld through it, right, but it has this effect of spluttering at first, but this will give me a cleaner start to the weld. And yeah, so running a little flattened off bit helps that. So let me get that welded in. Right, there you go, got it all spot welded in. I've just got one at the top here to do, bring the car down a little bit. So I'm going to grind all those up, check to make sure I've not missed any little pinholes around the perimeter of the spots. And then we'll give it a little prime up just so it doesn't flash rust or anything. Well, there you have it. I've just tidied up the welds, sanded up all the welds, and tried to pick out a few of the little pinholes. Didn't go crazy because you don't want to go grinding this too much. So I normally do my welds and then I'll sand them down, and then I'll go over once just to pick out as many little holes as I can see, sand it, and then that's it. If there's a few other little pin pricks here, I can pick out with the epoxy primer once this gets all the inside here, all epoxy and everything. So I've shot a little primer there just to stop it flash rusting. That's all solid now, so we're going to essentially start working our way to meet our rocker on that end. So we've just got to infill the area in the middle there, which sounds really easy, but it isn't. But, so good to be back back on the project again from my little trip back to the UK. And thanks all for watching, guys. Thanks for your patience, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.